Hi everybody. I want to show you a place. And this is how the old farmers did it. This is my neighbor's. And I have walked up there. It's a hike. But look how beautiful this is. See, and can you see the chair up there? Big screen, you probably can. Well, this is what my neighbor has done. He's in his late 70s. Still works his wood pile. So you can see where I'm at the top of the hill. What I find interesting here, and I probably might be doing too much, let me tell you, because I was mowing yesterday and I hit the barn and it kind of hurt my back, but they're like, keep moving when you hurt your back because it's better to helps get the swelling down. So look at these old rocks here. These are really cool. And if people know any history about New England, you know, well, yes, we're littered with rocks, but there's a lot of rock formations that were put into calendar stones. And you guys know I read energy, right? So you be really careful here. But I love what my neighbor has done with the stone wall. He's kept that up, adds to it all the time. But look at this, there's something very special and ancient about this stone. Let me walk down here a little bit and show you. I hope I'm recording that. Very carefully, of course, because like I said, I might have bitten off more than I can chew. But look at this. I really feel an ancient stone circle here. And of course it would be really ancient. And look at the offering my neighbor has done. Does he know? Or does he just feel it? He placed that stone there among the wild blueberries. Low bush. Look at that, they're loaded too with green. And he placed that stone there. And the juniper. This used to be a sliding place. And we'd bail out before we hit the wall. I think I've told that. Out there they're hanging. You can't see much now like you could earlier. And it was more barren. I think I came up here and took some shots. Let's see, the old tractor shed. I'm not going to show much more, but that's the old corn crib to the left. That's where they put corn. Some tractor sheds. Pretty cool, huh? And you can see there's more stones. Now what I think, I'm going to show you once I get off of this. There's a nice blueberry bush over there to a nice tall one. I'm like, I got to have my mom give him a call and ask him if he knows he's got a beautiful blueberry bush. Oops. Look at this, guys. I got to be real careful. This is quite a hole here. Turkey feather. I see the turkeys crossing here all the time. The deer do too. See the stones? This is what I think. That these ancient calendar sites had natural stone formations and then they added to them. And I believe it was the cultures that lived here before the main invasion, and it was an invasion of the Europeans. See how they pick up the stones? That's what farmers do, get the stones out of their fields. So natural. That beautiful juniper. These should be all over New England in the pastures. So we're coming down and I'll show you the stone wall. And you can look and see, have a really good close-up of it. And cars going by. And I can feel that in my back, especially coming back down. This is old, hay rake. I've sat on one of those before, and let me tell you, pretty dang scary in a way. Especially when you use a small tractor and you're at a really sharp angle. Here's another one of my beliefs. Because it doesn't compute. I read that the European invaders built all these stone walls, and it took them 30 years. But to do it today, it would take more years. Ha! That didn't compute. What I believe is the stone walls were here. And like anybody that has ingenuity, as you can see, like my neighbor has done, they add to them over the years. They cared for them. They were useful. And this one's all grown up. This is our side. It's all grown up with stuff. My neighbor, he takes care of this side for us. And yeah, but you can see, and I'll show you up here more of what one looks like that hasn't really been messed with. And I'll show that to you coming up here. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to ice my back when I get back to the house. I wanted to, because this tree, she's really getting old. But boy, some years she's a flame when in the fall. I call her the flame tree because she really flames out. She didn't last year. She's not as healthy. She's lost some limbs and stuff. I think her years, but look how he's added those big pieces of stone over the years to this stone wall. Isn't that amazing? That's my walking stick. And over here, I think I showed you the apple blossoms. Look how the poison ivy has grown like crazy. But right here, we got some apples coming. And notice how small they are? That's the normal size of a real apple, guys. They're about the size of a $50. They don't get that big. We just hybridized and all that stuff, so the apples got huge. Same with the strawberries. They're only supposed to be about the size of your thumb on a good day. Oop. I don't know if you saw the robin. I gotta finish this up when I get back to the house. Make sure I don't show any more, but when I get a little closer, you should be able to see this stone wall. It's been worked, but do you know that these stone walls were like several feet wide and deep? See the ditch? The stone walls go below ground. They go way below ground. And what some of the farmers did when they got bigger plots of land is they would dig a trench because the stone walls became in their way. So they would dig a trench and bury the stone walls. And then I could kind of tell there's some buried on our property. You can almost feel it because the ground sinks because of the water. And I can almost tell where there's one buried. But look how these are. We're perfectly straight, and then they should be a national treasure. They really should be, but they're not. And a lot of people, what happens is these stone walls have been stolen, basically, because people like the patina on the rocks, because it takes a long time for those mosses to grow on the rocks. And so these people with their fancy homes and fancy money covet these stones. As you can tell the fresh ones from the old picture that I showed you. And so that's pretty cool. We got some maple. And this is what my neighbor, the farmer, does compared to non-farmers. And a road crew that does not take care of their roads at all. So I'll end 10 minutes, good enough. Got to swing my arms to get back, over and out.